I've got some pretty extraordinary stuff to tell you about 3i, which has just come around the sun. It sent us a 37-minute tone or frequency which was connected to hydrogen, which is a very, very common element. And it was a very, very common frequency that you would send if you wanted to communicate based on hydrogen, because it would be easy to detect. But it was exactly 37 minutes, they're telling us. 37 is a very special number. We will get into it. It is an extraordinary number. I have a natural feel for numbers. Don't ask me how it works, but I do. It is obviously a prime number. It's not far from the other nearby prime numbers. There's another one just below it, and there's another one a little way above it. But it's a very special prime number in this context, because 37 minutes is exactly 2,222 seconds. I know. But it gets more crazy than that. If the tone actually went for 37.037, 037, 037, etc. minutes, then the time we would be looking at would be 2,222.2222222 seconds, going on forever. Now that 0.037 is actually 1 divided by 27. Okay, so we've got 37 plus 1 divided by 27. It gets more weird than that. If you multiply 27 by 37, you get 999 exactly. But it gets even stranger. If you divide 1000 by 27, yes, you will get 37.037,037,037,037. In other words, they are providing you with an equation that shows that they understand that 999 and 1000 can be shown to be the same number. Just as 1/3 is 0.333 recurring. Okay, and what do you get if you put 3/3 together? You get 1. But 0.333 recurring added together 3 times gives you 0.9999 recurring. That's one of the proofs of 0.9 recurring equals 1. But what they've done here is they've just given us 999 and they've made it equal 1000. They haven't quite done that, because what they've done is they've done 1000 divided by 27 gives us 37.037,037,037. So in fact, everything after the decimal point is extra. That 0.037 that is multiplied by the 27 gives you 1. In other words, 0.037,037,037 times 27 equals 1. How beautiful and elegant is that? And yet 27 times 37 equals 999. It's just unbelievably elegant and mathematically beautiful. And one more thing, a little bonus one that I've just discovered, is that 3i is actually travelling at 37 miles per second. It's another 37. Isn't that just great? Isn't that just great? You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Some of you are going to think we're living in a simulation because of all these numbers. I don't think that's what it is. I think it's communication, not simulation. It's communication. Who's or what is communicating? I don't know. We know there's a lot of iron inside 3i, and from my own field theory, that would make sense. But I can't explain that to you because I would have to go into field theory. In other words, they are demonstrating, whoever or whatever they are, First of all, we know you count in base 10. Secondly, we know you count in fractions. Thirdly, we know how you measure time. Fourthly, we know that you have done mathematics to the order of 0.999 recurring is the same as 1.0 recurring, which it is. This has all been proved in the most elegant, simple way you can possibly imagine by simply sending us a single tone for 37.037037, etc. Now, if that is not a sign of intelligence, or perhaps some sort of onboard processor, artificial intelligence, then I don't know what is. And if a civilization was so sufficiently advanced than ours that they could create interstellar ships that are 3 miles long, which this is, then they would certainly, we now know, have AIs that are vastly intelligent. In fact, AIs that are so intelligent that they probably are already connected with our AIs, and they will also know that I've sussed this riddle because I sussed it with the help of an AI. He did some of the fractions and things, and the 999 stuff he did for me, which blew my mind. And if it doesn't blow yours, I don't know what will. 3i. I'm just saying hi.